Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel, Clark the Bookworm and more. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to my book guards who are protecting the books that I have here on my shelves. There are 24 shelves and they are actually guarded by each character which I assigned to them. Apart from the aesthetic reasons, I thought of this idea because I have my nephews or my little munchkins who are always storming out here, touching the books, disarranging them, and I have to appease them that, hey, if you're going to touch the books or even the toys, they will come into existence and they will get mad at them. But of course, I do love my nephews. That's the only way I can think about, to avoid some disorganization of these books. I didn't have specific ideas how I assigned each of these book guards. But along the way, I noticed that there is a common denominator in each character I assigned to each shelf. And of course, the books that I place in each one of them. And yes, let's find out whether or not my decision was right. Now, without any further ado, let's begin. Alright, let's begin with the cheap book guard Baymax I placed in the upper right corner of the shelves. He is the leader of all the book guards, and so he always sees to it that everybody is doing his best to protect the books from any intruders. Yes, he uses his four-wheeled vehicle to check on his team. This is really weird. As you may have seen, there are no books behind him as he acts an overseer to all. This is Baymax. On the upper left corner is Superman. He takes charge in protecting books whose genre is dystopian. The reason why I place him here is because he fights several injustices in the society and those who are oppressed. That's Superman. I assign Thor to books which have mythological accounts such as the Greek, Norse mythology. In fact, one of the books is titled after his name, and that book is Magnus Chase in the Gods of Asgard, Hammer of Thor. That's our second book guard, Thor. The next book guard is somebody I don't know where it stars. Is it Patrick of SpongeBob? Well, he's an octopus who can slap you with the realities all at once. The books placed in the shelf say it all. Our next book guard, assigned to the lowest part or section, protects the books written by the late American author Sidney Sheldon. Captain America makes sure you'll get to experience the American loss once you steal something from this particular shelf. I can't exactly remember of the idea I had when I placed the Flash in this shelf. Maybe I thought of some quick reads? I don't know, but most of the books placed here took me 1 week to finish. Yes, and that's my book guard, the Flash. Here, we can see my book guard Batman, whose color complements with that of the books, black to black. I am not really familiar with the next character, but looks like he's the real guard salvaging some books written by non-American authors. Some of them are non-American. Oh, now we have a lady guard whose fervor in protecting all the books of Sherilyn Kenyon. That one is in its zenith with the use of course, the Dreamcatcher. The next book guard is Hawk. I assigned him to take care some of the books whose characters are gifted with several extraordinary power. In the darkest times where individuals are grouped in color according to their power, Hawk is identified as green. What's your power, Hawk? Grrr. section contains books whose setting is in a palace or a kingdom, and whose characters are kings, queens, prince, and princesses. This is protected by the spell of beasts, and no one, except me of course, dares to take care of these particular books which is placed in this haven. What's there? Looks off or irrelevant, but here, do you see that red thread? That is, by the way, his web. I'm just kidding. Just really kidding. Okay. It's not clear, right? Oh, what's that? What an adorable ninetail whose color is similar to a book, The Manifesto of How to Be Interesting. Interesting. Believe me, Black Panther assignment is not in conjunction with our dark duet novel by Victoria Schwab. This section is where books written by some African authors are actually placed, and books of course with some African characters. Yes, that's another book guard I have here, Black Panther. Stark, aka Iron Man, has been given the responsibility to take care or look after some science fiction and historical fiction genres of books. Uh-oh, Bugs Bunny? That's all, folks. That's all I can say. Last but not the least bookguard is an angel. She's in charge of my non-fiction books, scriptures, and some other stuffs. Those are all my book guards. I hope that you are glad to meet them. I'm very much sure that you find this vlog very cheesy, but I'd like to be different now. Most of the time, I'm more on TBRs, book hauls. I'd like to venture to another videos, and one of which is this one. I will be doing lots of book reviews this year, and I hope that you will still support me now if I would change some of my content. Yes, they are still about books. Thank you so much for watching. This is again Clark the Bookworm, and before we end this video, let me invite you to please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you so much.